If you have even a little bit of faith, an ounce of faith in your dreams, in your goals, in anything that you desire, never quit. This is your sign to stay consistent and never quit. Now, if you're on a journey where you have set something to be achieved for the future, there's going to be times where you doubt yourself. And you might be going through that time right now where you start overthinking and wonder, this may never work. What if this doesn't work? It'll just be, or it would have just been a big waste of time. You might have thought that before. And this is a reasonable thought because you're setting something out for the future, whether it's within a week, whether it's a goal to be achieved in a month, or whether it's a goal to be achieved in a year. You're sacrificing your time from the point that you set the goal to the point that the goal is achieved. All that time in between, even if it is a week, you're sacrificing that time to achieve the goal. So if the goal never works, you might feel that you wasted a lot of time that you could have been doing for something else. But if you reframe your mindset into thinking that the goal can never not work, then you'll feel so much better and you will have less doubt. That's why I say, even if you have a little ounce of faith, that it will work. Because all you need is a little bit of faith, a little bit of confidence in yourself that I'm going to work my ass off and do whatever it takes to achieve this goal. All you need is a little bit of that and you'll get there. Because the only thing that could stop you at that point is if you give up, is if you quit. Because you're going to do everything in your power to try and get to that point. That's why it's also so important to differentiate wants and wishes versus real core desires. And that's what Napoleon Hill emphasizes in his book on I believe, I haven't read this book in a little while, but I believe there's a section on both faith and desire. And he emphasizes that there's a difference between wanting something and just merely wanting it and wishing for it and desiring it. Now, I read this book back in 9th grade, and that was really one of the main things that I got out of it, is that a desire is from your core, and it's something that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. Say you desire picking up a new book from the bookstore. You desire it. That's your desire. It's at your core. You're going to do whatever it takes, even if you don't have a car, you don't have transportation. You're going to see around those things. You're going to see around those obstacles, those excuses, and do whatever it takes. And you're going to run. You're going to maybe bike to the bookstore and go get it. Rather, if you just want or wish for the book, you're not going to go out of your way to get it. You're not going to do whatever it takes to get that book by any means. If you don't have transportation, you're just going to say, oh, I don't need the book anymore. And that's just a wish. That's just a want. That's why I'm also very careful with how I phrase certain things, because I know if I desire something, I really, really not just want that, like I need that. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that. That's why it's important to know that difference, because if your goal is rooted through just a wish or want, you'll never get there, because you're going to let the excuses get in your way of that clear path, that clear journey. If it's a desire, if you know that you need that at your core, then don't ever doubt yourself, because you're going to get it. Because you are going to do whatever it takes by any means necessary to get that thing for the future. So yes, there's going to be times where you're overthinking, doubting yourself. And there's even going to be times where other people are going to tell you that you're crazy for wanting to achieve something. You're going to have family, you're going to have your parents, your friends asking you why you're on this journey, why you're doing what you're doing. And then they're going to make you doubt yourself. Maybe I don't really know why, or maybe this is just a big waste of time. If it's a desire, and if you have a little bit of faith, stick with it and it will come.